Okay, so I have your form in front of me, um, but let's just start with why don't you just tell me a little bit about you and why you signed up as a coach
Sure.
and where you're at now.
So I originally signed up as a coach mainly because I did 21 Day Fix and saw amazing results. And I was like telling everybody about it, and I was so excited about it. And so I was just naturally sharing it with everybody. And then Megan reached out to me, and it just seemed like the right place in my life or the right timing. But since then, I mean, that was several years ago. And since then, it's definitely changed. Like, I kind of took a break when I was pregnant. And then I came back and I was like, I'm doing this full force. I ended up quitting my job and staying home. And I was like, I'm going to work this hard. Like, I'm going to go all in. And so I kind of saw the income potential that this business has. And that made me super excited because I definitely did not want to go full time, back in the corporate world. And just being able to stay home with my son, that's where I wanted to be. And so it kind of transformed over time. So that's kind of been within this last year. And like right now, kind of struggling a little bit. I'm kind of, how should I say it? I'm kind of like I push, 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 push. And so kind of now I'm at that stage where I'm like, I need to either stop treating this like a hobby and go all in, or just treat it like a hobby and, be done. And I know that I want more than that. And so that's why I'm here. I need some push and some guidance on how to build this and kind of change where I'm stuck and the rut that I'm in and move forward.
So tell me about the rut that you're stuck in.
I think right now I kind of talked about this with Megan before, and I've kind of been having a hard time with building my team and depending on others for my own success. So Megan and I kind of touched on that before. I think that's one thing that kind of has been hard for me.
Okay. What does that mean? Does that mean like you aren't finding the right people to sign up, or does it mean that you are finding the right people, but then they're letting you down? What does that mean?
I've had like two good builders, but I just kind of feel like I don't know how to help them grow and help them move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay. So when you say builder, they want to make a full-time income?
yes, and I definitely have one right now, and I've kind of lost the other one. So definitely just one.
Okay. So did she quit, or she just is
Nope,
stuck
she's
there?
just kind of inactive.
Okay. Okay. Um, okay. So what is it that you did before? What was your corporate job? Like, what have you been doing? What have you been doing for the past 10 years?
Finance.
Okay. So, like a desk job,
Yep.
spreadsheets, numbers. Were you in
Yep.
a supervisory role at all, or you just worked by yourself?
Mainly just by myself.
Okay. And you
And
did
I've
that.
kind of been under a team of people.
Okay. And then how long were you doing that?
I have been doing that since I have an accounting degree, and so I've been doing it since, oh goodness, 2007 maybe.
Okay. Okay. And then
And
just,
I do work part-time. I'm back at that same company working part-time
okay.
with
Okay.
accounting.
Okay. So I was wondering how you're making an income. Okay. So you're working there part-time
Mm-hmm.
so that you can be more present in your son's life. How old is he?
1.5.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then, what about like anything else that you do or have had hobbies or anything else that it's, what makes you you?
Honestly, like I've never really had hobbies. I fitness is my thing.
So
Like
what
that's
did
all
you
there
do?
is. Yeah.
What did you do before 21 Day Fix?
I've always been doing like Jillian Michaels DVDs, but I've like never been into sports or anything like that. It was just mainly like at home, like fitness stuff like that.
Okay, so home fitness, like
Yeah.
DVDs and okay, okay. So I'm trying to figure out what are the different buckets of people that you have in your social media? Like who would you say is like your following?
Probably young moms.
Young moms meaning moms of young children
Yeah.
or
Yep. Yep.
and but if your son's only 18 months, who was your following before that?
Just close friends, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of been my crowd. That's kind of been stuck with me since the beginning.
Okay, so all the people you've signed up so far are like friends.
Yeah.
So have you been like seeking out a target market or different groups of people on Facebook or anything like that?
Food allergy moms, I've kind of been trying to find that niche just because he has a lot of food allergies. So I was trying to get more specific on something, just because I don't have like a lot of hobbies like that I could kind of dive into.
Right. So what about you spent 10 years in finance, you have an accounting degree. Is there anything that you do with that job that the experience, the skill set, is there anything that transfers over into coaching?
I would say like the organizational level, like I'm very, very organized, which could also hinder me at times, but spreadsheets, I have my whole contact list in a nice organized Excel spreadsheet. I don't know if there's anything else. Mainly that's it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What about like the home fitness? What else did you do with that? Were you ever like a gym person or go take classes somewhere or what else besides Jillian Michaels?
That's like, I maybe have taken like 5 classes. I've never really gone to the gym.
When you said like fitness is your thing, you just worked out at home for
Yep.
like ever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jillian Michaels for like ever?
Yep.
Okay, so you're like a big fan of hers?
Not necessarily her, but it works, like her videos work. So
yeah. So we're just trying to basically find a niche in where you can feel confident in leading people and also connecting with people.
Right.
And a lot of times that comes from like what you've already done.
Right. And maybe that's a part of what I'm struggling with too, is like I'm trying to find myself outside of mom and wife. And prior to mom and wife, I never really, I would just go to my day job and come home and that was it. Like I've never really had, you're like, who's Emily? Like, you know what I mean? Like I've never really known. And I'm such an introvert that I've always just kind of kept to myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you in Cody's group right now?
No.
Okay. This would really help, or he would really help with this. Well, I would say that you need to figure that out for sure. You can definitely, like the food allergies and just like the whole young moms, like you can definitely do that. But the main thing with that is number one, like you're building a new audience and that just takes time.
Right.
And then when you build that audience, you want to know how to have influence over them.
Right.
So if you are hardcore in the food allergies, is that something that you can, how can you bring that onto social media?
Maybe just like educate people more.
Mm-hmm. Educate them. Do you have recipes? Do you have resources? Do you have this helped? And what is he, like, dairy free or?
He is peanut, egg, dairy, and apple.
Okay, and that was probably testing.
Yep.
You had to do. And how many moms, like, is there a niche for that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of mom groups on that topic, so they're definitely out there.
Okay. What do you have to offer on top of that, though? Like, if these people were to friend you outside this group, what can you offer that group's not offering?
That's true.
And I'm not saying that for it to be a negative. I'm just saying.
No, it's helping me think. A lot of moms, and I don't know how I would do this on social media really, but a lot of moms that are struggling with this are mainly feel lost because we don't have a support system, because it's not as well known. I mean, it is becoming more well known, but we don't know a lot of local people that can, be on our team, be our support system with this, and talk about different situations that are super scary for us and how to overcome those challenges that we're dealing with, like going on vacation and bringing our child and not being able to eat at restaurants, and just different topics like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have like recipes? Do you have resources for recipes? Like grocery shopping? Products to buy?
Yeah. I mean, because we're living, breathing it every day. So, yeah.
Okay. So, like, that is an idea for you to, and it's really experimenting. It's not like, oh, this is going to work. Like, you have to put 3-6 months into something.
Sure.
At the end of the day, it's just about connecting with people about something you're passionate about. You want to talk about it. It's enjoyable for you.
Yeah.
So that's something you have to ask yourself. If you're living, breathing this every single day, and you had a community that you created, then it should be nothing for you to go live almost every day and be like, hey, this is what we bought at the grocery store today, or hey, this is what we're having for dinner, or hey, this is how Daily Sunshine fits into this, So if that's a niche that you want to run with, that's what you need. You need one or two of those.
Sure.
But I would start with one, and like a free community is a great place to start, and then really going live in there, giving lots of free resources, and making just a big list of what you said, like what they struggle with, what they're looking for, these moms. Right. Everything that you could possibly think of, and then turning those into, I would say, Facebook Lives if you're comfortable going live.
Okay.
You do posts. You can do a blog post, but I think like in a community like that, people are looking for you to just go live.
Yeah.
And then, of course, would be how Daily Sunshine fits into that. And
he had a reaction to it. So I can't even do that, which really bummed me out because I was like, that was my go-to. So.
Okay. Do you drink Shakeology?
Yep.
Okay.
I know.
So, I mean, you can still do it. I think I would just, I don't know, you have to feel it out, but I think I would just come from it from the angle of like, you're a health and fitness coach. This is my life. This is my passion. This is how I help people. And then I run these online challenge groups too, or I run this.
Well, and just because he reacted to it doesn't mean that, other children will. There's obviously something in it. I think it was the apples or the applesauce powder that's in it. And that's not a common food allergy. So
Right.
I can still touch on that with other moms.
Right.
Even though he's not drinking it, but
because it's hard. Like, it's hard to find dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, like all that. It's really hard to find a good product like that. So
yeah.
just think it out, like, you know. And the other one is like just the home fitness is another idea. You know, I don't know. I would really think that out because, like, if you know, I did home fitness for years since I was in high school. And then I took a step class. And the first time I took the step class, I asked the instructor, where do I learn to teach like this? And that's like started my whole career. So there's definitely a niche of people that work out from home. The question is, how do you get those people?
Right. And how do you find them?
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or is it just going into Jillian Michaels groups and making friends and offering value in the group and, you know, just building a connection and building a relationship with those people that way too? What are they not getting? You would know because you've done those programs. Like, what are they not getting in hers that we offer, you know? Exactly. So I would just say, like, thinking those things out and just brain dumping on paper or running it off of Megan, but you're basically you need to find a niche. Mm-hmm. And I think those are two great ideas though.
Okay.
But it needs to be fun for you.
Right.
So it doesn't feel like work.
Right. Yeah.
And you need to be able to get in the head of the person that's in that group and know how you can help them.
Okay.
Okay. You could also think about the whole accounting thing, but I don't know how much of that, what you could do with that, but think about it.
Okay.
As far as like building, I'll just go through kind of the stuff that you wrote down. So, I mean, one of the things you said was building a team. So you're really good at running challenge groups. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then are you upgrading those people to be coaches, or how are you doing that?
I'm trying, definitely trying. That's always my goal.
Okay. So you just have a low percentage of people that do that?
That actually have said yes. Yeah.
Okay. And that was you, right? You came in through a challenge group, you loved the product, and then you upgraded to become a coach.
Yep.
And then it took a while for you to actually go, okay, this is also a business. Maybe I should look at the business part.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you think you have people in your network right now that would be interested in the business part of it, but they might be interested in the fitness, but like they would more so be interested in the business?
I've pretty much asked everyone in my challenge groups. So
I guess what I'm saying is to look at people as if they don't have to go through a challenge group first.
Sure.
You have people in your network that would look at this as a real business and understand that it's fitness and I would have to get on the product and go through a challenge group, but that would actually look at it or get involved with it because it's a business.
That's a good way to think about it.
Because that's how I came in.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about.
Okay.
That if you're looking for people to build a business, then you want to look for people who want to build a business.
Right. And not just challenge group.
Yeah. Because people will come in like you, but look at that process. Look how long it took.
Yeah.
And that's typical. That if you bring someone in from the challenge group first, they get great results, they upgrade to a coach, they are going to more so be in it for the community, for the discount, for the fitness. Those would be your Jillian Michaels people. Or even like those Jillian Michaels people might be like you, where they might not need your challenge group, but they could be running their own challenge groups because they have a community of people like them.
Sure.
So that's something to think about for those type of people too. So not everyone's going to come in that way. you're going to find what works best for you. That's how you came in. So that is natural to think that way. But also know that like people will get in this because it's a business, knowing that it's health and fitness. Of course, they have to like health and fitness and have to want to do the programs and the products.
Right.
But like they don't have to do it in that order.
Okay, that's good thoughts.
Like for me, I look for leaders. I look for people who have big networks, and I look for people who are naturally born leaders. But that's me. So if you were to do that and that's not you, it won't work for you. That's how this business works.
Right.
So I look for people who have influence over others in something else, and now this is just something else they're bringing to the plate, and then getting them to fall in love with the products, which is our challenge group system, getting them to fall in love with that, and boom, they already have a big network to start with. But having a big network means absolutely nothing if you're not passionate about the products, or you don't get a transformation, or you don't look at this as a business. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I'm just sharing that with you to just get your mind to go a different direction.
No, that's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And think of people, like especially if you're, in finance, I don't know, like those people are all about making money or saving money or spending money smarter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then everybody wants to get healthier or have more energy, or, where they can get on the product. Mm-hmm. So, thinking of it the other way, flipping it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
So your food allergy moms might be your community. They might turn into Daily Sunshine. They might even turn into challengers, because you'll lead with the allergies and this is your life and how you're helping people and it's become your passion. And you're kind of at the same time dressed in fitness clothes and you just worked out and you're telling people, like, I'm also a health and fitness coach. Oh, and by the way, at the end of the month, I'm running this challenge and my group lost 25 pounds this month. Oh, but let's get back to this. Like, that's how I would do it.
Love it.
The whole Jillian Michaels thing, like, I would just explore that. Like, go into those groups, see what kind of people are in there. Those might be people, like I said, that would be great people to like run their own groups.
Right.
They might not want your group, but they might want to become a coach.
Sure. Yeah.
Or they might want the nutrition. I don't know what's the missing link. And then looking at people who, as far as like when you said like, depending on others for my success, knowing how to help them, you're really looking for people who want to build a business, like money, who want to treat this like a job.
Right.
So in that instance, there's people you have to motivate, and then there's people who are self-motivated.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to look at your team right now. Look at the people you're bringing into your circle. Who are they? And if they need to be motivated, that's fine. Like, most people need to be motivated, but there are self-starters.
Yeah.
And so self-starters still need to, you still need to train them. Mm-hmm. You need to motivate them a different way, but they see an opportunity, or they see what you have or what you're doing, and they want to do what you want to do. Like, that is the bold statement I look for from anyone when they say, I want to do what you're doing. Then that's my person, because they already see what I'm doing and they like it, they want to do it. All I have to do now is just work with them and train them. So that's almost your goal. Is like, let's say you run this free community with the moms and you're teaching about the food allergies, and then one of your moms messages you and says, what is it that you do? Because I would love to do what you're doing, and I'm not exactly sure how I would get started or what it entails or how it all works. Like, that's who you're looking for.
Right. Yeah.
Someone who knows you have a presence on social media, you're doing what you love, you're a mom, you're busy, you're working out, you're getting healthy, but you're helping other people, but she sees that you are treating this like a business, you're making some money at it.
Definitely. I think I can definitely roll with that.
Okay.
I've always kind of viewed it as like, it's always been kind of an inconvenience for us that he even has to deal with this, but this is probably what's going to push me forward.
Right.
And we can use this as a blessing.
Right.
Gold.
It's always that way. It's always what we don't think it's going to be or what we don't want it to be.
Right.
But I think that that's a great place to start.
Okay.
And then you just need to start looking for your people to join your team who want to do what you want to do. They want to promote health and fitness. They want to lose the weight, the mommy weight. They also want to make money. They want to have some me time. They want to make some money. They're either working full time and their kids in daycare, or they're at home and they're not bringing in any income.
Right.
Figure out who your person is, which one, and then help them solve those problems. And you do that through your videos, through your social media copy, and it's just like sharing pieces.
Okay.
Or if you're inviting someone to look at the opportunity, you're getting in her head and you're saying, I don't know if this is for you, but the reason that I'm reaching out is because, and you're telling her what you love about her. I don't know if this interests you at all, but this is allowing me to make a part-time income from home doing what I love. And my goal is whatever, if you want to share that, you don't have to. But you're just kind of letting people know, like, it's health, it's fitness, it's allowing me to make some money. I'm doing it for fun, but I'm kind of wanting to go somewhere with it, kind of wanting it to be a full-time income. If that is true, like you said, if you're going to go for it, then yeah, you need to share that with people, because maybe that's not what they want, but they need to know that's what you want, because then they're getting on a success train. They're getting involved with somebody who's like, So a lot of it is your mindset and the way you talk to people.
Okay.
Them feeling that and going, okay. And then when you're sharing the business, I don't know if Megan shared with you, or if you've seen the new site that we just rolled out for the What is Coaching page.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, that's so perfect, because it's like 7 minutes and it's real, and that's exactly how I would share it with people.
Okay.
Is, this may or may not be for you, or, hey, I don't know if you would be interested in this, or I wanted to ask you because of X, Y, and Z, or do you know anyone that may be interested? I'm in a place in my business right now. I'm extremely passionate. I'm building it to the next level. So therefore, I'm looking for a few other moms who want to do this with me. You just have to boldly put it out there, but then at the same time, you're like, and it may not be for you, but hey, I would super appreciate it if, or was wondering if you would. And your goal is just to get eyeballs on a presentation, eyeballs, and let them self-bucket themselves.
Okay.
But let them, get the feedback from them, so either way. But then they'll tell you, like, well, that's really cool that you're doing that. That's awesome. And at minimum, even if they're like, well, I'm not really interested or whatever, but at minimum, they now know what you're doing.
Right.
And they're going to watch you with different lenses.
Right.
On social media.
Okay.
So that's really how it works. And as far as like knowing how to help your people, it's having the right people. And when you have the right people, like you have a builder right now, I would have Megan helping you with that builder.
Okay.
And it's helping her go Emerald, hit Success Club, run challenge groups, recruit. Like, you shouldn't be building your business separately. You should be building your businesses together at the same time.
Okay.
Like business partners.
Right.
So even though your goals might be different, map them out on paper, but at the same time, you both probably have to go Emerald and hit Success Club and run challenge groups, and you probably both have to hit Diamond at minimum to make a full-time income. So at least from there to there, that pathway is going to be the same. And so you should be working together and not feeling like you have to constantly follow up with her.
Right, and help her.
You should be doing everything together. So setting up some type of, let Megan do some of the training, but you and her should more so just be like accountability partners.
Okay. And like collaborate on ideas on what we can do.
Collaborate on ideas, check in once a week, run groups together. If you're on different wavelengths of the groups, that's okay. Maybe be inside each other's groups then.
Sure. Okay.
Share everything that you figure out that's working, share with her. But the main thing is like with people that want to build a business, you have to help them get wins or they quit.
Yeah.
They will mentally just be like, either this isn't worth it, I don't have the time for this, it doesn't work, I suck at this, and they mentally quit. So you have to help them hit those small milestones along the way.
Okay.
And because you're still so new, you need to work on that skill set. Like GoPro is a great book. The skill set of just retailing and recruiting in warm market. And that's really where you want to leverage Megan right now.
Okay.
Let her help the two of you together at the same time, go Diamond, Star Diamond, whatever that is, based on your financial goals, and build it together.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. What else? What else do you have questions about?
Another thing I'm kind of struggling with is like family business balance. How do you do that? Help.
I mean, what's your struggle? Like what, your time or your day or your schedule or what?
Mainly it's that I kind of did like a 60-day push and really pushed as hard as I could with the business. But towards the end of that, my family, I saw my family being pushed aside. I wasn't spending as much time with my son because my goal and my focus was all business. And I'm like, I can't do that. And I'm trying to figure out how.
Yeah.
I think where you struggled and we talked about this on our call just last week or whenever, but I think where you struggled, which is where I'm finding a lot of our team is struggling, is the activity where you're spending your time on, which then makes you feel super unproductive, which then makes you feel like you're not moving forward because you're not doing the activity to move yourself forward. The hour spending on a Facebook post and the scrolling Facebook to try to find content or inspiration, and the checking in with your challengers and spending an hour in your challenge group creating stuff for that, those aren't things that are moving you forward. And I think that's where we get really frustrated.
Yeah.
So I think this will, and Kristina can answer your question, but I think that's where we got stuck.
Yeah.
And you're not alone. I mean, I used to do the same thing because we didn't know any better. But I think this direction that you can now take, like I would make this allergy thing into a free community.
Yeah.
And I'd offer everything you just said, the challenges, the vacation, the grocery list, out to eat. When my kids, we found all that out with Maverick, that he was dairy and gluten-free. And now my husband and Xander are, it's like, holy shit, like there's no, unless somebody like lays it out for you, you have to go dig and find it all yourself.
We're going through it right now. It's so much work. It's so much effing work.
So you take that and
she's right as far as like you might have not been doing the best activities, and you have to get those wins to show your husband, So like when I did that, all I did was present the business, and I just recruited, and then I recruited for them. and recruited for them, and I would build their teams on top of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So of course my income was gonna grow, but this was before challenge groups. It was a different business. But I would say if you're gonna do that, do it in reverse. In other words, start with what is gonna make you feel like a great mom. And that is quality over quantity. So what does that mean? Like, does that mean 1 day or 2 days you turn off your phone? What does that mean to you? Turn off your phone, turn off your computer. You don't know TV, or is it a date night on Friday nights with your husband? Is it Saturdays and Tuesdays with your son? You turn everything off. So let's do it in reverse and show your husband, okay, this family first. This is okay, and then carve out your business time. And I think you're on the right track as far as like, you should be doing 60-day runs where you're working really hard and then you take a break. And when I say take a break, it's just like a workout program. You do a workout program for 30, 60 days, right? A diet, take a break, you start again. It's the same thing with your business. So you're not taking a month off, you're taking a couple of days or a week off. And you're evaluating like, how was that? So I think the 60-day push with different activities, at minimum, I would talk to one person every single day. And when I say talk to them, I would be doing a Zoom call, a Zoom call, a phone call, a coffee date, a play date, like an in-person, face-to-face. And it doesn't have to, it can be about allergies. Okay. It doesn't have to be about your business. Your business will naturally come up. If you live your business, it will naturally come up because you're living it on social media and people are going to just start asking you questions about it. And then you can invite them, but just get in front of people, especially if you're home all day. Go to story time that you don't want to go to. I should take my own advice. Go to the play date that you don't want to go to. Seriously, this is me talking. But,
no, that is totally me. You are in my head right now.
Dude, like that, I am not the mommy person. Like, I love my kids. I love being a mom, but the whole, like, room of mommies, I'm like.
I know. That's how I have been lately. And I'm like, okay, he needs socialization. I don't want socialization, but I know that I need to go.
Yeah. And maybe it's something for you. Maybe it's not a mommy thing. Maybe it is like going and taking a class, like your fitness class, or, whatever. But like, figure that out. I would start with the family time, then map out your business, and less is more. You don't need to work 40 hours a week in your business, but like Megan's right, when you're working, it needs to be really focused on this plan of action and you having your own checklist.
Yeah.
So if it starts with every day, you're going to work out, drink your shake, do that, but it's going in your community and going live. And then maybe it's adding 5 people to that community. And then maybe it's inviting 5 people to a challenge group. And then it's going into your challenge group. So kind of taking that and personalizing your own to-do list.
Would you create just like a public group page?
Yeah.
And then post about the food allergy, or would you be posting that on your personal page too?
I would be doing both, but every time I would post about something to do about allergies, and I would say, and here's my free community group here.
Okay.
If you know anyone, if you know a mom that suffers with, food allergies with their kids, tag them. Here's my free community. Or you give all the good stuff in your free community, and then you sprinkle stuff on your
just a little bit,
But you need to actively adding people to that group. You're going to have to ask for referrals, and you're going to have to do lives, and you're going to have to do a lot of activity to just start to build that community. Mm-hmm. But have a system like where you go live in that group 2 or 3 times a week. You schedule it out. You know what you're going to go live about. You tell them the days and the times you're going to go live. Every day you add people to it. and so that the work that you're doing is directly correlated to building your brand so that you can share your message, but then you still have to be inviting people one-to-one in your challenge groups or to the business.
Okay.
You're leading with all of this other stuff in front because that's why people are going to want to join you. Without any of this, it's hard. It's going to be hard to get people to join you.
Yeah. So and it has been. So you're right. Like I need that focus.
So you need to map all this out on paper, brain dump everything you could offer of value.
Okay.
And create like a list of lives or blog posts or Facebook posts. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. So that when you open that free community, there should at least be 5 things already up.
Okay.
They're going in there and there's either files or there's videos pre-recorded that are in there. There's already value that when they go in there, they're like, wow. And then they're going to invite their friends.
Yeah.
And you have a schedule of when you treat it like a challenge group.
Okay.
And that never ends.
Right.
And then when you do go live, you're drinking your shake or you're drinking Energize and you don't even need to talk about it. It's just there. It's just a part of.
People just start to ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
So I think that's it. And then as long as you know who you're looking for to build a business, like the type of person you're looking for, you'll start to look at people in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And start to figure out who that is. And you'll start to invite those people with a purpose.
Right.
And I think that things will start to get easier for you. You know how to run the groups. And then as far as just like, is your success dependent on other people? It is in this business. And that's a hard pill to swallow when you're extremely independent and want to be in control, but really you are in control of their success.
Okay.
Because the people that you sponsor are really you, but they're 5 steps behind you.
Okay.
It's the mom that just found out her kid has allergies. She just found out and she's searching the web. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the mom.
Emotional.
I know. It's the mom that just got pregnant. She's working a full-time job and realized she doesn't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
So that it's you 5 steps behind you. So when you recruit the right people, you do want to help them. You want to help them get to even like where you're at and where you're going. And it becomes easier and it becomes more fun when you're sharing the same brain. I feel like I share the same brain with all my coaches, not all of them, but the ones that are building a business. And then it is easier.
I think that's why it's been so hard. I feel like I've obviously just been going about it the wrong way. And that's how people lose interest in it, is when it is so hard. But I know that there's more to it than that. And that's what keeps me holding on.
Well, in the beginning, you have to talk to everybody because you have to get it off the ground. You have to go through your 100-person list and you have to just run groups and help people get transformations, start to figure out who you are and what your brand is. So what you just went through, your new coaches are all going to go through that, but you need to shorten that process for them.
Yeah.
That should be their first 90 days, for example. And that they should get to Emerald and hit Success Club and be halfway to Diamond or more. And then in the process, once that you tap out that warm market, then it's like, okay, who are you? Who do you want to serve? What do you want to be known for on social media?
Right.
And how do you want to help people? That's what's cool about this is you get to pick that. So a year from now, this probably will still be going, but if you find a passion somewhere else in a different
build on it,
just do the same thing.
Awesome. Okay. This helps a lot.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I recorded this. You can go back and watch it again. I would brain dump this all on paper and then send it to Megan for accountability.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so. This helped a lot. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. All right, you guys. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.